Hi, I'm Teresa Lacombe. I'm a licensed cosmetologist and professional makeup artist. My goal is to teach women of all ages how to accentuate their natural God-given beauty using makeup and professional tools. Now, I'm going to start with a little concealer. My model has a little bit of blemishes that need to be concealed. So you just use, this is the best brush to use because it won't interfere with the natural oils on your fingertips. So this will help to conceal any blemishes or any dark circles that you may have. And you just use a sponge to blend it in if you need to. Okay, open your eyes. I'm going to conceal a little bit of her dark circles, which aren't too bad. Okay. Now this can be done quickly when you use the right colors and the right tools. Now these sponges are perfect for blending in when you have an excess of concealer or foundation or in excess of anything, eyeshadow. These sponges work perfect. Okay. Now always make sure you apply makeup to a cleansed face. What you do is you start with a little foundation. Make sure you use it sparingly. Apply a dab to the forehead, to the nose, to the cheeks, to the chin. Okay, now you can use a sponge or you can use your fingertips, but I prefer to use my fingertips. On the forehead, you make sure you go outward and across. Now this is the way the natural facial muscles, this will work with your natural facial muscles, so this is why you want to do it. On the cheeks, you blend outward and upward. On the nose, downward. Okay, on the chin, outward and upward. And a real important area to conceal with makeup is right here in the nose area and the upper lip area. Then you just gently blend it underneath the chin right there. That way you can't see where it ends or where it begins. If the skin is oily, you can use a little pressed powder or translucent powder. My model's skin isn't too oily, so we're just going to use a tiny bit. And my goal is to teach women how to use makeup very sparingly for the best natural results. And it's always good to go over the entire eyelid area with a little bit of pressed or translucent powder. And the reason for that is to just remove any excess oiliness that will interfere with the eyeshadow application. And this also helps to set your eyeshadow so it can last longer. Okay, the next step is to accentuate the eyebrows. It's very important. Your eyebrows should have a prominent and defined look. As you can see, my model has naturally prominent eyebrows. However, they can use a little bit of enhancement, and this is the best tool to use. Just add a few strokes of color in there to give it that polished, defined look. Okay, you can open your eyes now. Okay. Next, you want to use the same brush. And what you do, instead of using liquid eyeliners or pencil eyeliners, you want to use a dark powder eyeshadow. A black or a brown is really great for women of all colors, hair colors, eye colors, skin tones. Blacks and browns work really great. Okay, look up. And what you want to do is just accentuate the lower eyelashes. And this, the purpose of this is to avoid using mascara. If you don't like mascara, you can get away from using mascara by doing this. And you mostly need it in the outer corners of the eyes. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay. And it should be applied very thin so that you don't look overly made up, because my goal is to teach women how to apply makeup for a polished daytime look. And so for this purpose, you should use it real sparingly. The eyeshadow. Okay, now look down. Same procedure. You just eyeline the top eyelashes with powder eyeshadow. And the reason this is really great is because you don't stretch out the delicate skin on the eyelids. So this will help save your skin from prematurely aging and wrinkling. And at the same time, you're greatly enhancing the shape of your eye, and you're giving it that wide-eyed effect. With just a little bit of eyeshadow using the right tool. Okay. Now again, you want to remove any, open your eyes. You want to remove any excess eyeshadow that has fallen onto the face, and you just blot it with the sponge. Okay. Next, the best color to use for eyeshadow during the day is either a brown or a rose or peach, even a bronzer. These are the best colors to use during the daytime because you look natural, but yet your natural beauty is enhanced when you use these particular colors. And this brush is really great to use because it's very gentle on the eyelid area, and it also feels nice and soft. And it does a great job at just contouring the natural shape of your eye. And what you want to do is you want to go with the natural contour of your eye, And what I see most women doing is using eyeshadow on the entire eyelid. But for a natural daytime look, this is a nice application because you don't look overly made up, yet your eyes are enhanced. And so you don't really need to cover your entire eyelid with eyeshadow. Just a little makeup goes a long way. Next, I want to show you how to contour, to highlight that contour that I just did. And you use this tool. And what you can do is apply a little bit of a light, like a natural or bone-colored eyeshadow, beige, right in through the inner part of the eyelid and right below the eyebrows. And this actually helps accentuate the eyebrows. Okay. And another tip I want to share is if you have any discoloration on this part of the eye, you just simply open your eyes. You just simply add a dab of this light colored eyeshadow into the corner of that eye. And what it does is it actually takes years off of your appearance. It actually just brightens up the eyes and just makes you look more refreshed. Okay. What I want to make sure that there's no extra eyeshadow that's fallen, because that's typical of when you're using powder eyeshadows. The reason I like to use powder eyeshadows as opposed to cream eyeshadows is because they're more delicate on the skin. And they look just as nice as cream eyeshadows. Plus, it's easier to remove. Now, what's great is when you use a blush is to just dab very little. Roll your finger down the cheek. You can feel where the bone ends. And that's where you should begin. Okay. Then you want to add, you don't need to add a lot of blush either. You just, whatever's left over, you just kind of dab it on to the bottom of the chin, a little bit on the forehead next to the hairline, along the sides. And whatever's left over, you can contour the nose by just adding a little bit of blush to the sides. The best colors are natural colors. And a good trick that I want to share is you smile slightly. That way your lips are, when you line them, your lips are in an upward slope rather than downward. Okay. And if your lips are uneven, what you should do is, say your lower lip is wider than the top lip. What you do is you line the lower lip inside, and you line the top lip on the outside of the natural color. Now, another tip that I want to share is once you've lined your lips, you fill it in with a little bit of lip liner pencil. And what this does is it helps your lip color to last a lot longer than if you just used a lip color. Okay. And if your lips are dry, it's really great to use a lip moisturizer on top of this lip liner that you've used. Okay, now do that. Okay. And from my experience working with many women in cosmetics, this is what I found that works best with women of all ages. These basic natural tips using the professional tools that I've showed you. Thank you.